Peace, peace, peace. What's poppin', my weebles? It's your boy Sincere Seven coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. The Pad, representing the House of Genesis. I ain't come in to teach, you know what I'm saying? Drop no heavy sciences and no shit like that. Let me be very clear. Man, it's like a Saturday for me. I've been very, very calm and chill and relaxed and laid back. Ain't been too much going on, just hanging out with the babies, laid up, you know what I'm saying, eating, being lazy, and scrolling. Well, while I was scrolling, I seen somebody say some shit. I was like, here we go. Right? I seen somebody say some shit, right? They be like, why people always fucking with other people, man? Shut the fuck up, right? So I seen the shit. Now, I'm going to be 100. When I seen it, I wanted to hop on and be like, yo, here y'all go with this bullshit, right? But I got to think about that. Like, leave people the fuck alone. Let them do them, say what they want to say, even if it's some stupid shit. That's they page, that's they post. You know what I'm saying? So I had laughed at the post, like, and I'm like, man, anyway. And then I was like, nah, man. Like, as I kept scrolling, the shit was stayed on my mind, right? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to comment on this. I ain't even going to lie. I forgot that I laughed at the stupid ass post. The person said some shit like, you can't be spiritual and eat meat. I think that's what it was, some shit like that. And I was like, where do these people with this stupid ass shit come from? Like, why y'all always worried about what the fuck somebody else? That's really what the fuck my shit be. Like, why y'all worried about what another motherfucker doing? Every day I'm logging on and I'm scrolling, and there's somebody here talking about what another motherfucker doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, at first, like I said, I laughed at it. I kept scrolling. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm going to say something, right? But not, of course, on their page, because I'm not the type to be fucking with people. I don't like fucking with people. I ain't trying to fuck with you, fuck up your day, fuck up your spirit. You know what I'm saying? But I do be feeling like when people make posts about other people, like, if you don't eat meat, then okay, you could say, hey, you know, I like not eating meat. It really helps my spiritual practice, and I find that I am da-da-da-da-da. I can get behind that. I can get on. I can comment on that. I can be like, yo, I understand where you're coming from, because when I went vegan, I experienced da-da-da-da-da, right? But when a motherfucker come on like, you ain't vegan if you did, or you ain't spiritual if you eat meat. You ain't spiritual if you drink liquor. You ain't spiritual if you, and like, it's so funny to me. Like, everybody tries to present like, oh, they had this intelligent, like, oh, we know that we're spiritual individuals going through a physical experience. Well, then what the fuck are y'all trying to say by you can't be spiritual if? Are you a spiritual being going through a physical experience or not? Because if you are, then you're gonna be spiritual no matter what the fuck you doing. Now, what type of spirits are you tapped into is another whole motherfucking discussion, right? So I put the shit, it was in my mind. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go live with this shit. So I went, no, I didn't not go live. I'm about to post about it. So I posted, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's silly to me how people be saying this dumb shit about you can't be spiritual. Yo, why this individual hop on my page like they was gonna whip my ass? Oh, who the fuck and who is you to say? And I said what I said because, like, hold on, big dog, hold on. Where the fuck in my post did I say your name? Okay, now if you made a post earlier about, oh, people ain't spiritually okay, what does you fit? Where the motherfucker? Ain't nobody said your name though. But let me be very clear. What it is about me is I hate bullies. When I was young, I'm a military brat. So I was born in Germany. And after some months, you know, I don't know how old I was when I came back to America, but I'm sure I was under 1 year old. I was a baby, right? Come on back to America. My father's still in the military. We got stationed in Fort Carson, Colorado. My father goes to Korea, leaves my mother in Fort Carson, Colorado. My father gets locked up, put in jail, kicked out the military. They put my mother off of the military post in Fort Carson, Colorado Springs. So from 5 years old to 11 years old, I was in Colorado Springs. My family's from Detroit. My mother and father are from Detroit. I'm born in Germany, and I'm living in Colorado Springs. At 11 years old, getting abused by my stepfather, I ran away from home. Once the police and fire department got me, took me back home. The next morning, my mother sent me to Detroit, Michigan. When I got to Detroit, Michigan, I spoke like I was from Colorado Springs. I spoke very properly. And for whatever reason, in Detroit, apparently, if you speak properly, if you speak proper English, if you speak correctly, if you enunciate your words, for whatever reason, people assume you are a homosexual. So as a youth, I'm getting bullied and being called gay. And I'm like, wait a minute. I ain't even fucking yet, but when I do start, I definitely only be thinking about women. Why is everybody calling me gay? And so it gave me two things. A identity that felt the need to always protect itself, and a sympathetic place for homosexuals. Okay? It's like I gotta protect myself because motherfuckers always trying to fuck with me because I'm different. But at the same time, damn, is this what gay people go through? Right? So when I got older, went into the military and was allowed and invited to fight with no negative repercussions, but actually positive reinforcement. You got praise and worship. The better you was able to whoop motherfuckers' ass, I thrived in this shit. So violence became something that I became cool with. And when that happened, I didn't become a bully. I became a bully of the bullies. Okay? Because it was like, as a youth, knowing what it felt like to be picked on and bullied for no fucking reason. When I got older, it was like when I would see somebody bullying somebody or fucking with somebody, I'm literally jump right now. Oh, you want to fight? They don't. I do. Remember, don't be a menace to South Central. Hey man, my homeboy don't want no trouble, but I do. Right? That was me. It was like, yo. And so now I'm nonviolent. I'm not. No, I'm not nonviolent. Stop lying. Now I'm more of a pacifist. Like I'm anti. Yeah, I'm anti-violent. There we go. I'm not non-violent. I will fuck somebody up, but I really don't want to. I'm anti-violent. There's no need for this shit, right? So on social media now, it's come to like that, but like a smaller version where, hey, like, do you, but leave people the fuck alone. And when I see people fucking with other people, okay, well, I'll jump in that box with you. Right? So when I see somebody talking about, oh, you can't be this or you can't be that because you this, or y'all dumb because it is, and it's like, damn, why you fucking with people? I jump in there. I'm like, yo, you want some smoke? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I give you some smoke. Yo, peace, baby. Peace, queen. I see you. So that's where that shit sparked at. It was like, shut the fuck up. All these people be talking to about what somebody can't be spiritual or what somebody can't do or what they tap into and why they the greatest and why the angels fuck with them, why the spirits fuck with them and the ancestors fuck with them. Oh, but they'll do this and you ain't got and you don't have and you don't eat meat. Yeah, okay. Okay. You don't eat meat, so you're tapped into the all celestials and the spiritual and all of this shit. But your motherfucking personality ain't shit. You treat people like shit. You talk to people like they ain't shit. But because you don't eat meat, you're spiritually tapped in. Shut the fuck up. He's like, same individuals be talking about, oh, y'all do drugs, y'all smoke weed, y'all do mushrooms, yeah, but you spiritual. You spiritual. Like, what is y'all definition of spiritual? Let's start there. What is your definition of spiritual? Because there's a lot of people talking about they spiritual and they tapped in and all of this, but they speak negatively against cannabis and against mushrooms and against DMT and against ayahuasca. What kind of spirits you tapping into, Op? Huh? And why is it that you are against the things that get people tapped into spirit? Are you spiritual or are you religious? Do you know the difference? You know what I'm saying? Do you know the difference between spiritual and religious? Furthermore, if you're a spiritual individual going through a physical entity, then wouldn't the question be if you are into your physical practices? Oh, my spiritual practices is better than yours, and my spiritual connection and my spiritual. If we're spiritual entities going through a physical connection, then we're all spiritual, you stupid motherfuckers. But do you have the ability to be spiritual and exercise yourself in a human experience? Because if we spiritual individuals going through physical experiences, how hard is it to be spiritual? Why is everybody out here arguing and talking and fighting and thinking and trying and to be spiritual? We're spiritual individuals already. You need to be trying to be physical. You need to be learning your human design. You need to be learning your astrology. You need to be learning your numerology. You need to be learning your character. You need to be trying to actually, like, everybody talk about spirit and trying to tap into their spirit. No, why don't you work on your ain't shit ass character? How about that? Fuck being spiritual. Why don't you try to be a fucking good human? Try to be a good human. Do you know what that's about? Do you know how to do that? Do you know how to achieve that? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to help your fellow man? Do you know how to hold people down? Do you know how to hold space? Do you know how to assist those in need? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't that the focus? Oh, I don't eat meat. So fucking what? When was the last time you went on a fast? When was the last time you ain't ate shit for 3 days? Make it 7 if you really want to impress somebody. I seen somebody post the other day some shit about, oh, anybody starving themselves for more than 24 hours can't call themselves a healer. Anybody that would tell you not to eat for a whole day. Oh, shut your unhealthy ass up. Shut your ignorant, unhealthy ass up. Starving for 3 days. Starving? Oh, Lord. See, you spiritual, you have a problem being physical. You have a problem in the human experience. You can't not eat for 3 days. Drink you some water, baby. Go sit down and read a book. Don't worry about it. Lord, please. And let me just talk about this eating meat thing. Oh my God, I'm so sick of this argument. From a person that's been vegan, vegetarian, I didn't did the raw diets. Come on, man, like, come on, like, what we really talking about? Let me explain something to y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with eating meat. And ain't no motherfucking science that proves that vegans or vegetarians live longer than motherfuckers who do eat meat. Let me just be very clear. Now, let me tell you, I don't have an opinion in this. I support any diet that you feel like you need to be on. I've been on them all, right? But let me explain something. Eating meat is not unhealthy, y'all. There is what's called bile that's released to the enzymes to break down fats and meats and proteins in our body. There's nothing wrong with eating meat. Let me tell you, the issue comes in the mixing of the 4 basic food groups. That food pyramid that they started teaching us 25 years ago, that's the total garbage. That's what's unhealthy. It's the meat and the starch mixed together. Starch burns off, okay? Fiery, okay? Meat, as I said, is consumed by the bile that is produced later on in digestion. So when you eat meat and bread together, the bread or the starch starts to burn off immediately, which cooks and petrifies the meat in your stomach, okay, before it can get to the bile to be properly broken down. And if you think about it, damn near every fucking meal is meat and starch. Pizza, meat and bread, right? Tacos, meat and bread. Meat and potatoes, steak and potatoes, chicken and rice, cheeseburgers, you name it, it's meat and it's starch and they're mixed together, and that is horrible. So when I'm eating, I'll strive to eat like all the meat first. So it's in the digestive system and it's moving through. So by the time I start eating my starches, right? You eat your meats and eat your vegetables and eat your starch last. So by the time the starch enters the system and starts burning off, everything else is already in front of it. Yeah. Or eat your starches first, then eat your greens, you know what I'm saying, and your roughage, and then eat the meat last, right? But I'm just pointing out, like, it's not spiritual. It ain't no, oh, you eat meat so the spirits ain't with you. Like, y'all sound stupid when y'all say shit like that. Even when it come to drinking liquor. Okay. Y'all know what liquor is called? Spirits. The fuck is you talking about? So you can't be spiritual if you consume spirits. Wow, make this shit make sense. Like, who is teaching y'all? Now, if you have an alcohol problem, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be somebody's medicine man or shaman, but that is two totally different things. I have a decanter in my back office, and it has Glenlivet's scotch in there. Right now, I think it's the 12 year. I ain't on no bullshit, just some, you know what I mean? But every now and then, I'll pour me a little glass, sit down, have me a sip. I'll drink me a Guinness or a stout. My man's gonna say to me today, why he trying to argue with me on my post? Man, can you call down demons? Are you prophetic? Are you psychic? Are you this, that, and the other? And I'm reading all the shit, and I'm like, huh, I've never thought to ask another individual these questions to test their spiritual insight, their spiritual security clearances, or their resume, right? I don't think like that. But when he asked me and I was reading all of it, I was like, yes, 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 and fuck yeah. Can you? And instead of answering, I just tell the motherfucker, man, I got better shit to do to argue with your goofy ass. Because this ain't no competition. But for those who are wondering, I drink liquor, I drink beer, I smoke weed. I absolutely love having sex with women. What else is like that? You if you whatever, right? But yeah, I can do all of those things, and not from my own mouth, but I have stories out here of people who can tell you of me time traveling and telling them exactly what the fuck was going to happen. Time traveling to the past and seeing a murder that occurred and letting the individuals know who the hell was in the room just to be verified. Like, man, I don't have to show and prove, and I don't have to. This is the main thing. I don't have to speak negatively about somebody else to present my power. That's the problem that I have with a lot of individuals on social media is they feel the need to have to tear somebody else down to show their greatness. I'm man, listen. I don't know if y'all heard about me, but if not, Google me. I'm a big deal. And guess what? I don't have to talk about nobody negatively for me to sit on my motherfucking throne and talk my boss shit. I've been on Nat Geo. I've been on the front page of the paper. I've been across the U.S. on all type of motherfucking stages. I done smoked weed and drunk Sincere Mirage wine. What is that? That's the first THC infused wine in America. I own that company. But anyway, I done smoked weed and sip Sincere Mirage with ball players, NBA, movie stars, with motherfucking like rappers. I done sold more weed to more motherfucking platinum selling rappers. Wait a minute. Who you sold weed to? Rakim, Buster, Keith. Well, I ain't sell no weed with Buster, but cause he didn't want to buy none. But you know what I mean? Oh, keep going. Method Man, a Red Man. Oh, the Wailers. Oh man. Oh, the Wailers. Oh, Julian Marley told me I got the best weed him ever smoke upon in the world. Is it? What we talking about? So you see how I just did all that shit? See how I just pull my dick out, put it on the table like, ugh. I ain't have to go, his is little. Look at mine. No. Just look at mine. Fuck is you talking about? Why y'all always feel the need to pick at somebody, to degrade somebody, to call somebody out, to try to make somebody small, to make yourself big? You know what that means? You're not really big. When I walk in the room, either people get out the way or I accidentally just be in the way. I don't do it on purpose. I ain't trying to make nobody else look small. Shit, if I'm in the room, big ups to everybody in that motherfucker. High five, high five, high five, high five. They with me. Fuck is you talking about? Why else would I be in the room? Y'all niggas is professional haters out here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm loved everywhere I go. Because the people who hate me, they don't show their faces. They stay where they at. They stay where they at in the background, right? You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. We can leave people alone. Like, even the people I don't like, I don't be like, oh, this person fake and they this and that. I don't. I just be like, disregard, never speak about them again, block them. I don't give a fuck, think about them again. Y'all do know that jealousy is just love and hate at the same time, right? You do know when you sit and you like speak a motherfucker's name and start talking about how they ain't shit, you just promoting them, right? You know how many women have came and told me that niggas have actually said to them my name while hating? Oh man, I love it. They be like, well, what the fuck is going on with this nigga that they hate him so much? Let me go find out. I ain't even lying to y'all. I know I didn't had intercourse with a few women because they were like, what the fuck do these people hate you so bad for? And they got to find out. Cause I love you. You are the shit. See, now they gon' see that's why they hate me. Look, I'm on my shit. I'm popping my shit tonight. If y'all couldn't motherfucking tell. Listen, and to fellas. Hey, listen, fellas. I just want y'all to know. They tell me every time. So I just want y'all to know I still be in y'all businesses. I still shake y'all hands. I still see y'all. I still salute y'all. I still say peace. And the whole time I'm knowing that you somewhere hating on me. Yeah, because I love to see y'all speak to me and smile at me and act like y'all cool with me. And I know y'all really hating on me. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because it lets me know where y'all really are. And as long as you stay there, that's what's up. Feel me? Because I'm going to tell you, you know who I really got respect for is the motherfuckers who tell me they don't fuck with me. What up, though, buddy? Hey, nah, man, I don't fuck with you. Oh, you don't fuck with me? You be on some other shit, bro. That's what's up. I can respect that. Boom. I ain't mad. Why are you mad at somebody who don't fuck with you? This is funny to me. Check this out. I had this chick tell me one day. Okay. So, I knew this person for a while. And they used to be big. And then they wasn't no more. And you know, I was like, oh shit, threw my little shot. And they was like, you ain't want to fuck with me when I was big. And I was like, oh, did you get sick? What you mean? I thought you lost that weight on purpose. I did. Why? I didn't like my body and the way I looked and all of that. Right. And now you do, right? Yeah. Me too. What the fuck you mad about? I'm the same as you. You, you didn't fuck with you or like you when you was that. You knew you was out of whatever it was. You didn't like yourself then. I ain't want to fuck with you then. And you changed yourself, and this is how you are now, and you like yourself. And then I'd be like, oh shit, me too. Why the fuck you mad at me for feeling the same way? Am I wrong, y'all? Am I wrong? I don't know. I just be feeling like I be saying shit, and to me, it be making sense. But when I say it, people be like, Seven, you are fucking retarded. You know that? And I be like, why am I retarded? Am I wrong? Okay. I could be wrong. So I'm just saying. But I feel like we need to leave people the fuck alone. That's the point of it. Like, let people be there, man, safely. Let people be them. And that's why I be fucking with people. Because it'd be like you fucking with people. You don't want people to be them, and you don't want and you ever notice that these people feel absolutely fine throwing shots at people. You ain't shit. You ain't spiritual if you this. You ain't this if you that. You ain't this if you that. But the minute that you say something that disregards what they say, now they feel like they being attacked. And you are wrong. Why? I said, yo, I be hating when I read people say dumb shit. Like, you can't be spiritual if you eat meat, or watch the news, or drink liquor, or have, like, these people are stupid. And then this dude comes under my shit, 4, 5, 6 comments, upset and feeling like, what is that? Shorty got what she wanted. And feeling like me saying that was an attack and I'm so wrong and why am I fucking with them? And like, man, why y'all condition but can't take it? See, me, I can take it. I can take it. I be wanting all the smoke. I'm one of them that I will sit there and go back and forth with you for 45 minutes. Fuck it. 45 days if you got the motherfucking energy. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I come from with the 5% where when you say some shit, you gonna stand on that shit. And motherfuckers gonna come at you, they gonna bomb you. Where you get that dumb shit from? Son, come on, like where's you woo woo woo? And you gotta stand on that shit and you gotta show and prove that shit and whatever. So for me, it'd be like I ain't really talking about no shit that I don't know about. And that's why I be telling people, don't do it. Don't do it. Because if you come for me, I'm cool with it. But man, just be ready for it. Cause that's what I do. Y'all gotta think, like, I was the dude that when we was in the studio, I got bars. Like, I'm a poet. Like legit. Like I did shows. Like I've been like, you know what I mean? And I can spit. Like I ain't wanting to be a rapper, but since I'm a poet, I can spit. Like I always say now, I'm gonna throw some shots at the rappers. They gonna get mad when I say this, but I've been saying this forever. Rappers are just slaves to a beat. You know what I'm saying? And poets, you know what I'm saying? We free. We free. I'm a spoken word artist, so I'm not a slave to the beat. But I can get on the track and I can do my thing. I'm more of an unorthodox type of motherfucker though. I'm on some like ODB, Buster, real unorthodox type of flow. But anyway, in the studio, I really only like getting in the booth when there's a beef going on. When I was in the Army and we used to all be together and everybody be playing sports, everybody who knew me knew don't pick, in the Army they call me Perrier. Don't pick Perrier unless we planning on fighting these dudes. Like, if we just gonna play, don't pick him. He can't even fucking play. But if we know in the middle of the plan we gonna fight, yo, pick him so he can already be on the flow. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, like, is I've never been a hesitator. The other day when I posted that picture that said, what does it look like I'm thinking about? And one of my military partners said, tell us some 6'5", 265-pound, muscle-bound dude to shut up, bitch, or some shit, because it happened. Because the dude was talking reckless. I'm like, yo, anybody can get it. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I've always been about that shit. Like, so on some social media shit, if you're on some bully shit and you fucking with people, fuck it. I'll jump in there. I'll argue with you. I'm a clown your ass though. I'm a clown you. You know what I'm saying? But if I know what I'm talking about, ain't even no need. Just, yo, Kimberly. Yo, peace. How you doing? Hey, y'all, some of y'all popping up. You know what I mean? Hey, I ain't really teaching or talking about now. I'm just having some fun and shit. You know what I mean? Talking shit about how I be talking shit. You know, about to trim some of this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up because I've been smoking some of the same shit. So, yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back on my bullshit. Yeah, this is some shit I just grew for somebody paid me to start growing again. They wanted me to do a class and grow on some of their equipment, right? They came out with this dope ass John, right? It's a trellis. So when you done harvesting, you just cut the plant from the bottom and then you hang it on the thing and flip it upside down. And all the weed just and then it hangs upside down. You feel me? And boom. So it literally takes 15 to 20 minutes to cut and harvest, and then you let that shit dry and trim it. Pow. I already know how you move. Yo, salute. I see you still doing your thing. So yeah, I ain't really kicking it or teaching nothing. My babies is next door with their brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm here just by myself, just chilling, just relaxing. Feeling really good, feeling really, really, really positive about everything that's going on. I'm where I've been trying to get to, you know. Things are where I've been trying to get them to, and I'm just grateful. And I just came on to talk a little shit. So yeah, we just talking shit about people who be fucking with people on the internet and throwing shots and fucking with other people's ways of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, let people be them, man. You know what I'm saying? You could use every piece of the tree too. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't use the fan leaves. So this was one of my outdoor crops actually. So, you know, the fan leaves, which was the main leaves that's grabbing the photosynthesis for the main part, the ones that hang out like that. I cut them off, I throw them away. So I don't know. Well, actually I used to throw them away, but now that I got a worm cast farming, a worm Red Wiggler's worm casting farm bin. You know what I'm saying? Now that I got one of them, I feed my worms all of my leaves. You feel me? So I feed them my leaves, I feed them the roots. So I do use all of every piece of the tree, but I don't personally use it. I use the bud, I take the trim. I used to make butter and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But not no more. You know, a lot of other people do it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with my trim. I probably give it to my son or something, but yeah, I just, you know, I use the the bud. I can show you fan leaves is good for teas and soaps. Oh shit. Well, the tea thing, maybe the soaps. I don't make soap. You know, that's one craft that I had thought about. I had seen it and I was like, that looks dope. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about getting into it. And I seen people making these big ass trays. And that shit just smells so fucking beautiful. And they getting these things and cutting it, and it's so beautiful. It's like I could watch that process all day, right? Um, and they bag them all up and all of that. And then they be like, uh, $5 for a bar. And I'd be like, $5? Man, I stopped selling nickel bags like I don't know, like 30 years ago. Like I can't imagine going back to selling something for $5. So it's like if I was to make the soap, then I would want somebody to buy, you know what I'm saying, in bulk, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I don't know. The roots can be used for rubs. And what quality does the roots have that you would put them in the rubs? Okay, we going somewhere. You getting fancy with it. Hold on now. Talk to me. I talk back. Talk that healing shit, because I talk that. Yeah, used for what kind of rubs, Kimberly? Okay, we talking about something now. So for those of y'all just tapping in, we talking about the cannabis plant. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here just pulling something out. This is my outdoor. This is one of the outdoor Jones I just pulled up. And so yeah, we talking about cannabis and shit. Bang bang, Secret Street gang. Man, you know that trimming. That's a hell of a thing. And like you want to grow a lot of. You know what I'm saying? You want to grow a lot, but once you do and it's time to trim, you be like that's when it becomes a job again. And I forgot that part. You know what I'm saying? So, so we out here rolling up straight off the branch. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Roll up here, just break the branch off, cut the leaf, cut the straight trim it down, break the buds, get the, you know what I'm saying? We natural around here, straight up off the book. Hey, all organic, baby. None of that paranoid shit y'all smoking from the motherfucking Jones. What's the place you get it from? Dispensaries. I don't smoke that dispensary ish. I try not to, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know who growing it. And be it that I've been in this grow industry for 20 years and I used to be the dude that people called to come help save their crops, I know what people be doing in them gardens. Ugh. Ugh. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't use all that chemical shit because a lot of people don't know how to grow. So they got to use a lot of that chemical shit to make the plant do what they want it to do. Plant growth regulators, PGRs, and steroids, and all this other shit. It's not steroids like people take steroids, it's plant steroids. But that's what I'm saying. That's gonna give y'all an understanding of what them chemicals is, right? So the motherfucker plant be all chunky and shit, chest all bulging and shit. Motherfucker, yeah. Motherfucker. Yo, my shit, you feel me? It's natural. It's natural. It ain't one of them buzz of like a fucking nugget. You feel me? It's more that type of, you feel me? But it's natural. It's natural. 100% organic. You understand? Smoke that shit and feel good. That'd be like, nah, for real. That's why I stopped smoking for a while. Because once I stopped growing, okay, when I stopped growing, I'm like, shit, I need some weed. So I started smoking weed from other people. And like, oh man, I started hearing my motherfucking chest palpitating and shit. Shit was blowing all weird and shit. Tight, get all tight. Motherfucking fogginess and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is in these people's weed? That's made me stop smoking and shit. I was like, nah. So I had to get back because I got a couple people that I know that's organic and like, so I'm like, yo, I need some. And that's why I was able to get back, you know what I'm saying, and get comfortable because, but man, shit. I'm the best grower y'all motherfucking know. Period. I don't care about whoever sitting next to you. Look, I grow. Yeah, I'm better than them too. You grow. Yeah, you grow. I hear you. You ain't better than me. I'm better than any grower you know. And that's hands down. I put that on what? I've been putting that on. I've been putting that on the flow, and ain't nobody picked that challenge up. You know, but I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret though. That's because I'm tapped in. I be cheating. You know what I'm saying? I go into the interdimensional realms and get, you know what I'm saying? Listen, how I learned is I went in on a trip. I think I went in on 12 grams, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm going in my garden on this trip. And I want to connect with my plants. You know what I'm saying? I want to understand them. I want to, because I'm already talking to them, right? But it's like, I want to get that, like, bond, right? Because it's like, when they talking to me, it's like keeping me in tune with what they need, but I want to understand them. So I go on in on the trip. And so I'm like, damn, I go in on a trip to try to connect with my plants. And I went through some crazy shit. I end up in this motherfucking dark, like, it was like a dark, moist, nasty cave. And it was like greenish and yellowish shit kind of just come out the walls and melting down like ooze. And I'm walking through it, and then these little creatures start running up to me at my knee. They like to my knees, right? So they like, at first I'm kind of scared because they like look like, and then they get close and they just kind of bumping my knees, and I'm seeing like they ain't really doing nothing. And so I get to reaching down, and they kind of back up, and then they come forward, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they look weird as shit, right? So boom, I go through the trip. I went through some other stuff in the trip too. Boom, I come out the trip. A couple weeks later, I'm in my grow room, and I just cut a harvest. So I'm hanging all the marijuana plants up. Ooh, I cut the harvest. And I take one of my pots and I set it up. And I got my machete, because I had my machete in there, right? Just kind of, doing some. And I'm like, damn, I want to cut through that shit like on some samurai shit. You know how the motherfuckers cut through some shit. They do that shit, say, type shit, right? So I'm like, yo, you gotta like get through this shit. Now, mind you, the reality is happening is very slim. I'm not. This is a machete, not even. But I'm on some kid shit. So I say, bing, and I hit that boy, and he said, Frah! And it get caught, and I almost went all the way through, and it stopped like right at the end. And then so I kind of just boop, like that, right? And so then when I opened it like that, and I looked in, my consciousness said, and snatched me in there, and then and threw me back out, almost like that Doctor Strange. And when it snatched me in, it snatched me back into the trip that I had when all of that shit was around me. And that's when I realized I was inside of my root zone in the pot. That's where I was at. And I started to understand, like, all of this came to me literally right when all of this happened. I was in the root zone and I'm walking around, and all of that melting that was coming off was the old roots that was dying off because of the enzyme boosters that eat off the old roots to promote new root growth. But the thing was that those creatures that was running up to me, they was microbials and bacterias and fungi. They were the spores and the mycel, like the not mycel, but the bacteria. There's positive bacterias and fungi that are in the soil, right? Naturally in the soil, millions and millions of beneficial bacteria and fungi and all of these, right? And so when I had the plants in the pots, in the roots, and I'm using those chemical nutrients, they're slated to stabilize with salts. Salts make them stable so that all of the different nutrients don't bond together and create different molecular structures, if you understand what I'm saying. So all of that is kept together by salts. So every time I pour this into my water and pour it into my plants, I am literally dehydrating the entire root zone. So it's making the plants do what the plant, like what I want the plants to do, because they're steroids for plants, but it's destroying the ecosystem in the root zone. And so those little creatures were running up to me because they were dehydrated. They needed water, and the shit that I'm pouring in there, they're like kind of asking me like, yo, stop that shit. Like, what is you, right? So I got up and I immediately went to my grow room, and there's this bottle of beneficial bacterias, fungi, and micronutrients that you pour to keep your life in the root zone, right? I looked and it's like 30, 40, 50 different bacterias, and it's saying the scientific name of them. I wrote the name of every single one of them down on a notepad, took a notepad in the house and Googled every single one of them. First of all, I learned more about cannabis growing by reading that than any other thing that I read outside of The Grower's Bible by Jorge Cervantes. Two, each one of them had pictures of the microscopic bacteria, fungi, mold, or whatever. They was the creatures that was running up on me. They're showing the pictures. I'm going, oh, that's the thing that was in my trip. That's yo. So when I say that's what I mean when I say I cheated. I cheat like my ability to do what I do with the cannabis plants is because of my spiritual security clearance in the interdimensional realms and how I go and get information. A lot of the stuff that I've done and where I've been, and a lot of stuff that's happened to inform me, is directly linked to my my spiritual works while I'm eating meat and drinking and can't be spiritual. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? Oh, and cussing. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Oh, and cussing. Tree big. Yeah, so listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell you what. Work on your boom. And I'll say that now being a yogi, initiated into to Kriya Yoga, um, there are things that I have stopped doing to improve myself, and there are things that I have started doing to improve my spiritual hygiene. Okay, so said this is one of the most informative lives. I give thanks. So let me be clear. I even do things for spiritual hygiene. There are things such as initiations, rites of passages, and levels that you might be trying to get to in certain things where you will need to stop eating meat, where you will need to stop drinking liquor, where you will need to stop cussing, where you or using profanity, where you will need to have certain practices of withstanding from or of starting certain ritualistic things. Okay? Those are practices to tap into the spirit, to tap into different initiations, to tap into the rules of organizations or whatever it might be. Okay? So that does happen, and that is an actual thing. But to say that an individual is not or cannot be spiritual or spiritually tapped in if they do those things is false. No, no, no. You might not get through this initiation. You might not be allowed into this group or society of group of men who come together under a common cause. But you can damn sure go be spiritual by your motherfucking self. As an independent contractor in these spiritual streets, let me be very clear. Your works in the spiritual realms is not directly connected to whoever or whatever you are connected to. That is bullshit. And let me tell you a prime example of the same thing. My little sister, I got away from the church. My older sister got away from the church. My little sister, well, she was born into it. She was there until she left at 16, 17, 18. So her relationship with it is a little different than me and my older sisters. But my little sister told me that the minister of her church told her that if she leaves that church and goes to another church, it's just like backslide. Like if you go to another church, you're being like outside of God's favor. That's the same type of shit y'all be doing when you saying a person can't be spiritual if they do something that you don't think that they should do. You understand? And that's only because you lack any type of spiritual what? Maturity. That's the shit that people who are spiritually immature say. Because people with spiritual maturity, they know. People who've been initiated, they know. Listen, I've been initiated in quite a few things. And I'm going to take one specifically. One specific, I ain't going to name it, but there's one specific branch of initiation that I went through, and there's levels to it. And I went through quite a bit of those levels. And going through those levels, on one level, there's a level of initiation where I cannot cuss, and I must present myself as a holy man. 2 degrees later, they are telling us, go get liquor, go get this. We are cussing, we are fighting, we are getting drunk, we are, okay? A degree before that, we go through a feast and I eat and I'm served meat. All these are different levels of initiations, different rules, okay? That you would be backsliding if you went to another church. Yes, yes, yes. Not did something wrong, not sinned, not left God, but I'm leaving this church and I'm going to another church. Oh, you leaving outside of God's favor. Because those other churches, they ain't real. They don't, and that's what somebody said when I made the post I made. Somebody was like, yeah, people are starting to turn the spiritual in the community into some religious shit. And that's exactly what the fuck is going on. That's how you know that they know nothing about spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Your path is your path. Let me tell y'all something. Hold on, I'm gonna fuck y'all up with this one. Do y'all know that as a life coach, healer, a guide, consultant, I have told a woman, I would invite you to go out and have meaningless sex over the next 3 months with 2 or 3 dudes. no attachment, no love, no, just you find them attractive, you know what I'm saying? Have some safe sex with them. I've told somebody that. And I've also told somebody, I think you need to go celibate for 6 months to a year. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Healing is a custom um, environment, situation. It's custom for everybody. Some individuals have been so thrown off and so brainwashed and so scared to live a life that anytime that they come into contact with another human being in one type of way, they overdo, you know what I'm saying? And they don't understand um, how some things go. And so experiencing something meaningless is giving them a feeling of understanding more where they're overstanding, and they need that for their healing. And then there's individuals who have taken upon sexuality as a pacifier for traumas, for fears, from insecurities, and things of this nature. And this is how they respond when they fight or flight kicks in. And so going celibate is something that's needed for them to actually tap into and understand and regulate their sympathetic and parasympathetic system, or actually their fight or flight. So not, well, yeah, you need to level one of them so the other one could be leveled, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you can't rest and digest if you constantly trying to fight or flight or fuck, right? Because that's what they're doing instead of the fight or flight, which is really kind of just fawning, but they're just feeding into. But either way, you got to look at where people at, what there's going on with them, how they responding to life, because this is ultimately why people are looking for assistance, is because they cannot operate as what they would call successfully or comfortably in life. That's what makes it a dis-ease. It's out of ease. This is not ease for me. This is dis-ease. Okay. And so to not turn dis-ease to illness, I need to deal with this dis-easement, whether it's mentally or emotionally, right? Or even physically. And so when you dig into where these uneasements or diseases are coming from, a lot of time they're the constructs in our life from religion, right? The things that we've been me and the mother of my children was talking just the other day, and we were talking about how a lot of people are like they're free, but they're still stuck in certain constructs that was forced or brainwashed or just presented to them as youth, and have affected them so strongly that, as they say, even though you get away from slavery, some of those slave teachings or aspects are still carried on in traditions. Same thing with traumas and being in traumatic environments, and in environments of abuse, or all of these, and you get out of those environments, but you still take those traumatic responses to those environments with you, right? So there's a process of going in and understanding those, and understanding how to retrain yourself. You know what I'm saying? So everybody needs something different. And that's why I say that healing is intimate. And when I say intimate, okay, what I mean by that is that a person has to feel safe and comfortable, because there's a lot of vulnerability in sharing. To, like, you got to think of how, like, everybody talk about going to the doctor and how everybody lie to their doctor, like, yeah, do this, nope, do this, no, you know, you know what I'm saying? But like they say, like, but if you really want true healing, remember that Dr. House, you know what I'm saying? He used to start talking shit to him, and they be like, Dr. House, you can't talk to him like that. No, fuck that, fuck this guy. He's clearly a fucking drug addict. I'm not a drug addict. Okay, well, fucking tell us the truth then. What's going on? Like, and that's kind of what he's saying. Like, we can't help you if we don't know the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that was his way of getting intimate. His way of getting intimate is like to challenge you into being an asshole. not to like, oh, you know, we're trying to save you and da-da-da. It's like, hey man, listen, you know, you're either gonna tell the truth or you're gonna tell somebody to get you a wheelchair because you'll never walk again. I don't really care because I'm on a cane anyway, so it's up to you. Like, damn, you really asshole. Hey, I mean, what the fuck else I'm gonna be like? I'm in here all day with people like you, like yo. And if you like, yo, I like you, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that, like you not gonna bullshit me. You just a straight shooter. You just a real type motherfucker. That's why I'd be like, I got that type of energy. Like I'm not here to hold your hand and be your best friend. And everybody think because I'm a healer is namaste and love and light, brother. Come on, sister. And nah. You want some bullshit? Stop lying. Nah, you lie. What you mean? You lying? You know what I'm saying? Because you are right. You know, type of shit. Like if we gonna keep it 100, we gonna keep it 100. Both of us. If not, then why are we here? Because we can't heal if we ain't gonna be real. Oh snap! Oh snap! Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe after y'all eat dinner. So that's my fun time. You know what I'm saying? My fun time over. I gotta get back to being Baba. I gotta get back to being Bay because my Bays is back. Yo, tell somebody you love them in a language they can understand it in. Peace.